everybody, I am back. Today I woke up this morning and I was thinking about love. That hits a big topic, doesn't it? And I thought about relationships. I thought about how we're supposed to act in a relationship and how the other person's supposed to act in a relationship. And so then I thought, and I got my old Bible here, and it's old because it's all falling apart. But there's a lot of things about love in there, but that's not what I'm going to talk about first up. I was thinking, and hey, wait a minute, stop, don't close this down. I'm qualified to talk about this. You know why? Because I've been married 4 times and I was in a relationship for 12 years. My marriages only lasted a few years. One was 1.5 years. And I kept running to relationships trying to find happiness. Don't ever do that, please. Men, I'm talking to you too. This is not just a ladies thing. I'm talking to you too. Don't ever do that because it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I don't even know where to start, but I know this is going to be a series. It's going to be, in fact, on the video, it's going to be the first one probably, and we're going to go on, and I need some feedback on this. I need to hear some of your experiences. You're going to be watching this probably on YouTube, but you're also going to be watching it on Facebook. So when you watch it, you can send me some of your experiences. I might even put this in a book one day, or hey, you might even be able to write your own book. I can publish it for you. But I was thinking about love this morning in relationships, and to me, now, a relationship is loyalty. Being loyal to that one person. What do you think? Think I'm right? What? Is that what you said? No. I think it is. Being loyal. Now, what does loyal mean to you? Loyal to me means that they're not looking at other women. Okay, now I'm a woman, so I'm talking about a man, okay? But men, please hang on, because I'm going to be talking what the woman does too, okay? Because it works both ways. It really does. But a man, I don't want a man that is going to be talking to other women. Okay, we're on Facebook. This is serious because Facebook and a lot of these different like TWO. I am constantly getting these little things on my email. I don't even know where they got it from, and it's saying this man is interested in you. Please click this, and if you go on Facebook, down the side of your Facebook, you'll see this man, or it'll pop up. It just pops up, and it says this man wants to talk to you, and it's like, where's all this coming from? I don't know. But we're in a day and age where things are really serious in our life. It is serious. And people don't sometimes see it. I remember my one husband, people would say, oh, Ann, you seem so happy. And they'd say, and they'd mention his name, and I'd say he's a good man. But I didn't go into any details. I couldn't. But I would always say, he's such a good man, I kept all my problems to myself. And, it didn't really help me to do that. And if you're going through something in a relationship or in a marriage, please contact us, please, because we can maybe help you. As I was saying about Facebook and about and about, I don't Zoosk or something? I don't know what it is. There's all these Christian dating for free or something, and all these other things. It's not a real thing. It's not. Now some people, don't get me wrong, some people have met on Facebook and have actually married and have a wonderful life. But I'll tell you something. I know people that have met on Facebook, married, and have had a terrible life, and they're not together anymore. So the serious thing of all this kind of stuff is loyalty to the person that you are with now. And if you're single, hey, maybe we should start a singles club or something and introduce you to some really good people. I know some really good guys that are single, and they're looking for a really good woman. They really are, and they're great guys. But loyalty in a relationship, and that's what this one is going to be about today, is loyalty. If we are loyal to the person we're with, what do? What do you think we do? I don't want to bash anybody. I don't want to talk about anybody. But when you're loyal, that person almost takes up your whole time. You might not even be with them all day or all night or whatever the situation may be. You know, you're maybe working 8 hours a day, maybe 12 hours a day, because a lot of people work a lot. And, you know, you're not with that person, but you're loyal to that person. I read on, in fact, it was on a Facebook the other day, and it was a man that put this on, and he put, "I am happily married." And you know, that really touched my heart, because you know, when we put things on Facebook, sometimes it's in a pretense. You know, there's a lot of women that are married and in relationships too that will put on their single, or they'll put on their looking, or they'll start conversations with men maybe in a different state or something, and they'll go on, and they're not loyal to who they're with. They're not. It's just not right. And you know, I had a friend years ago. She had a wonderful husband, and he had come along when she had 2 small children. And he worked really, really hard. He married her. He took those 2 little babies under his wing. She got pregnant. She had his own little baby. And it was on the outside, it looked like a perfect marriage, okay? She was a good friend of mine, too. I didn't know anything that was going on. I just assumed they were really happy. And one day, I had to go out on a job somewhere, so I wasn't around for maybe a couple of months. And when I got back, you know, I gave her a call and said, "Hey, how you doing? You know, this, that, we got to get together for coffee." She says, "Come on over, Ann." So I did. Hang on. I did. Well, we're sitting at the kitchen table, and I see this guy come out of the bedroom and cross into the bathroom. Now, her husband's at work, okay? Catch this one. Her husband's at work. And I said to her, "Who's this?" And she says, "Oh, we just rented him a room for extra money." And I'm thinking, husband makes lots of money. And I'm thinking, okay, that's none of my business, right? None of my business. And then as we talked a little bit about what was going on in our lives and what I was doing and this and that, she says to me, "I got to confess something to you, Ann." This is what I find. People always want to confess things to me. But I says, "What is it?" And she says, "He's my boyfriend." And I says, "Where's your husband? Okay? Where's your loyalty? Where's your husband?" And she says, "Oh, he's at work." And I said, "And he allows this?" She says, "Well, he doesn't really know he's my boyfriend." She says, "He just thinks." She says, "Okay," and so she goes into all this detail. "Well, he's my husband's friend, and he needed a place to stay. So when he came, my husband asked if he could have a room for a short time. And when he came, I told my husband, this is wonderful, like we could use a few extra bucks here and there." But it ended up that she ended up having an affair with him, and the husband's slaving at work. And you know, my stomach turned. Talk about as the world turns. My stomach was turning. I couldn't even be her friend anymore. I just couldn't. Because you know, it was such deceiving. It was deceiving. And I thought about it, and I thought, you know, where's the loyalty? Where is the loyalty to her man? Where is it? And ladies, I don't know what you're up to. None of my business, okay? But if you want a real happy relationship, you got to be loyal. Men, same thing. You got to be loyal. It's like with God, you know, we have to be loyal to God. Same thing, same thing. If we want to have a good relationship, loyalty is important, and you're going to be faced every day. You're going to be faced every day with people coming on to you. I am I'm not the greatest person here, but you know, every day it's like, "Oh, I want to marry you. Oh, you know, can we go out? Oh, blah, 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 you know." And it's like, and then I get people that say, "Well, you know, I thought we were going to be in a relationship." And it's like, excuse me? So you end up getting people that maybe pop up on Facebook, or maybe pop up on your email, or maybe even as you're walking down the street, someone's trying to hit on you. Men and ladies, it goes both ways. And it's up to you to make that choice. What do I really want in life? What do I really want in life? Do I want to live this lifestyle? And I'm a good one for it because I've done it myself years ago. You know, you're in a relationship, not my marriages. My marriages, I was true blue. But I was in different boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, and I always had somebody that I knew I could go to, and they would listen to me, they would help me out, and stuff like that. And so be careful. Just be careful. Because to make a good relationship, there has to be loyalty to that person. There has to be. Because you know what's going to happen? It happened with me years ago. You think you got all the bases covered, right? Men are good for this. Ladies are good too, though, trust me. You think you got all the bases covered. And it's like, oh, they'll never find out. They'll never find out. But you know something? They always do. They might not say anything for a little bit. But what'll happen is there'll be a little dart thrown in that relationship. And, you know, if you have children, it's the children that's going to suffer, okay? It really is, bottom line. So it's up to the two people in a relationship to be loyal to each other. If you feel that you can't be loyal to whomever you are with, you're probably better to sit them down and tell them and say, listen, this is my problem. I kind of enjoy this lifestyle, you know, I kind of enjoy it, and I don't really want to be settled, you know, or whatever. Honesty is the best thing. It really is. I had someone say to me not too long ago, in fact, it was a police detective, and we were talking about somebody, and he says, you know, such and such, you know, they just did that, and I knew the person very well, and I said, what a shame, you know. We were talking about how sad it was, and then I said, oh, you checked me out, and I was just kind of joking, and he says, and your life is an open book. And you know, being blunt as I am, you ask me anything, I'm going to tell you. You might not like the answer, but I'm going to tell you. And that's how life should be. That's how relationships should be. That's what it is. Now we're going to bring the Bible into it, okay? So, you know, if you don't want to hear anything, you can run. But the thing is, in the Bible, God talks about a relationship. God talks about coming back for his bride. And the bride is the church. The bride is the people that have given their life to Christ. And he says those that aren't ready aren't going to go. He gives you a whole list of stuff you should do and you shouldn't do, and how to live and how not to live. And if you are living a certain way, you're not showing loyalty to God. You're not. You're pretending. You're playing at this game of religion. You're playing. And when you play, you're going to be held accountable for what you do. And it's same in a relationship. You're going to be held accountable. I have talked to more men and more women who have messed up their relationships and have come to me like a year later and say, Ann, what did I do? What did I do? I made a big mistake. Why wasn't I loyal? And that's what they told me. Why wasn't I loyal? What sidetracked me? You know what sidetracks you? And I really believe this is your thoughts. You entertain your thoughts. Hey, this person looks pretty good. Women, you're bad for this. I know, you know, some guy on Facebook pops up and he's got these huge big muscles and all the six-pack at the front here, and it's like, oh, wow, look at that, you know? I mean, we're guilty of it. We are, because our eye sees it and we're caught. We're caught in that trap. But you know, today, I don't know if I'm talking to anybody or not, but you know, it's something to really think about. What do you want? And how do you work on a relationship to keep it happy and to keep it good? Read 1 Corinthians chapter 13 on love. Number 1, love. If you walk in love, God's got your back. God has your back. Okay, circumstances might not, your husband might not, your boyfriend might not, you know, girlfriend might not, you know, your wife might not, but God has your back. If you walk in love, like the Bible tells us to do, even though circumstances really make you want to slap somebody across the side of the head, but if you walk in love and say, God, take this from me, you know, take this situation, help me through this situation, you'll find that God will start to move in your life. He will. He will. And, you know, maybe things won't work out the way you thought they were going to, but God has your back. I wrote a book, Walking with the King, and I said how the Holy Spirit walks in front of us. He guides us. He leads us. You know that little small voice inside of you that says, don't you dare do that. And you got that little bit of a conviction thing? That's the Holy Spirit inside of you when you come to Christ. God's got your back. You stumble. We all stumble and fall, right? I do. Come on. We all stumble and fall. We stumble backwards. God's right there to pick us up. But who walks beside us? Jesus walks beside us. He's right there. I have tripped more times sideways. I don't know why, but I'll be walking down the street or something. It's like, you know, maybe a little piece of the road is bumpy or something, or sidewalk is bumpy, and you kind of slip a little bit. And he's right there. Jesus is right there to pick you up and to give you a better life. Give you a better life. You know who's really loyal in this world? God. God is loyal. God loves you. God loves you. If you're going through something in a relationship today or a marriage, please contact me. If you're a man, a woman, whoever you are, contact me, because we will put you on a prayer chain, but we will also put something together. I've been getting so many calls about relationships. So many people are going through really hard times. So many people, you know, find themselves pregnant, girls pregnant in a relationship, thinking because she slept with this guy and got pregnant that he's going to stay with her. Meanwhile, he's out sleeping with somebody else. And she's devastated. She's devastated. Let's work together. I need your help on this. Let's work together and let's put something together, maybe a book or something, and I'll put your name in it if you want, that you gave me the advice. But let's put something together that we can help other people realize how worthy they are. Nobody deserves to be with somebody that's not loyal, okay? They don't. They don't. If you find out about it, go and pray and then do something about it, because nobody deserves it. Facebook is bad. Like I say, all these dating sites, they pop up on my thing all the time. My emails constantly, and it's a ministry email, and they still pop up, you know? So just take an account of everything and stop and think about it and read 1 Corinthians chapter 13. I am just going to read a little tiny bit here because it's, to me, I just love Corinthians 13. I just love it. I really started reading it there a while back, more and more, all the time, because it opened my eyes to what real love is. Are you ready? It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not love, I am become a sounding brass or a tingling cymbal. So another, you're just look at the cymbals on the drum, you're banging, and that's it. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. Wow. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, well, I'm going to donate to Hannah's. I'm going to do this. I am going to help the poor. I'm going to do this. And though I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffers long and is kind. Love envies not. Love vaunteth not itself, and it's not puffed up. Whew, that's a biggie. It does not behave itself unseemly, and it doesn't seek its own way. Yikes. You seek your own way? Especially in a relationship? Well, what about me? You didn't spend time with me. Where were you? Nag, 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 nag. It goes both ways too, men. Men do it to women and women do it to men. Both ways, I know. So it says, does not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own way, is not easily provoked. You're not easily provoked? Ooh, sometimes I'm easily provoked. And you think no evil. Wow. I have been trying to think no evil lately. Well, for the last maybe 6 months. Don't think any evil of anybody. It's wrong. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth. You bear all things, you believe all things, and you hope all things. And you endure all things. Wow. Love never fails, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For right now we know in part, but eventually will know it all. And it said, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man and a woman, I put away the childish things. You got to get focused on what you really want in life, right? You got to get focused. In a relationship, get focused of what you really want. Because all the little deceptions and all the times that you're not loyal, and I'm talking to you, when you're not loyal, it's going to come out. It's going to come out, and it's going to destroy maybe what could have been, okay? It says, for now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, love. These three. But the greatest of these is love. If you walk in love in your relationship, and your relationship fails, it's not your fault. Okay? Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't cry over someone that has left you for somebody else. Men, I'm talking to you too. I'm not just because I'm a woman talking here, don't mean I'm just talking to the women. Same thing goes. And what happens is you follow in the right direction and you do the right things, and God will send the right person into your life, and you will have complete happiness. It's nothing worse than living without happiness. I have been there many times, and it doesn't really work. Time is passing. Time is passing. Our country is in a mess, okay? It's in a mess. We don't know what the future is going to hold. So we don't need the added stress of a person not being loyal or you not being loyal to your partner. It doesn't work that way. It's wrong. So I just am going to close for now. I hope that you will send me some stuff so I can put it all together. This has been on loyalty and dedication, I guess, too, but maybe that'll be another one. So let me know if you want to talk about something. Let me know. Send me a message. I'm putting this on Facebook so you'll get it, and it'll be on our website too at hannahhouse2002.org. And there's links there that you can go to see this again, and contact me. All the information, my phone number's there. Contact me, and let's get something going to help other people and to help you. I know I need built up sometimes. I know I need loyalty around me. In ministry, I need loyalty. I need people that are dedicated to what we're doing. I need relationships that are dedicated. I need my relationship with God to be loyal. And I fail Him many times. And I pray that as time goes on, I will see things that enrich me, and I can pass it on to enrich others. So have a great day. God bless you. I want to hear from you, okay? Okay, bye-bye.